Let me just correct. The book is not going to be called Deep Water because I don't know what that means. We needed a title, so I think someone threw that up. But just to clear the air there, I don't know what Deep Water means. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much, Hurst, for the opportunity, getting the honor, but also being in a room full of such exciting people who are doing such amazing, stimulating, fun work. It's a pleasure to be around you. During all the kind of interviews beforehand, why Ocean's 10? Why are you doing this? And to prove that I'm smart, would list all these, needy, pithy reasons why I'm part of this ocean campaign. But the truth is, once I kind of ran out of breath, it's fun. It's fun. It's satisfying. It makes you feel good. I think there's a human thing that happens that if you can't pass a baby that's crying and pretend like it's not without taking a hit to your soul. You can't pass a problem by, and the world is full of huge, immediate problems. And every time you pass them by, you take a kind of hit to your soul. And as soon as you stop, and you don't have to handle all the problems, obviously, as soon as you start participating and looking for a solution, you can breathe again. You feel good. You feel part of the solution. You're not getting beat up. So being an activist is like the most selfish thing you could do, and probably the healthiest thing you could do for your body and your soul is to get involved. So that's why I do it. I'm an actor. I'm recognized, so I get the awards that the staff of American Oceans Campaign, the men and the women, the staff of Oceana, which is around the world. There are about 110 of them, in Santiago, Chile, and Madrid, and Brussels, and Geneva, and Juneau. They're all around the world working, studying, spent their life doing this. And I'm lucky to be around these people, and they have been gracious enough to share with me what they know. As much as I can push in my brain, they share with me. So clearly I'm accepting this, or standing up, being honored for the work that Oceana and previously American Oceans Campaign, all the work they've done. So on their behalf, thank you so much. Just a little bit about Oceana. It's campaign-oriented. Some of the things I love about it. It's campaign-oriented. So the Pew Foundation years ago did a study about the state of the oceans. And we know what's going on in the oceans. We know what's wrong. And we know how to fix it. So Oceana takes a look at, as an organization, this is the most pressing problem that we could have an impact, that we could actually change policy and make a difference. And then we attack that. And we tell you we're going to do it in 3 to 5 to 7 years. You can hold us responsible. It's like a very mature, adult, business-driven kind of model. Because we're not interested in just raising awareness. We want to change policy now because the problems are so huge. Why else do I love doing this? It's smart. There's not, here's what it is. I love, there isn't a conversation that's taking place in the world today that if you didn't say, we're going to fix all of these problems by just focusing on the oceans, you wouldn't be far off. You want to talk about healthcare. We certainly, every person here in this room is working on healthcare and lowering the price of what it costs by, to take care of healthcare by making sure that we, are eating local and we're not putting chemicals into ourselves that make us ill. From an ocean's point of view, don't eat swordfish. Don't eat, most tuna, especially bluefin. Don't eat shark. Don't eat king mackerel. Don't eat all the large fish that have been around long enough that they eat all the little fish that have absorbed all the mercury that comes out of all of the smokestacks in the Midwest. Because you will, as a woman especially, run the risk of endangering your fetus because you have absorbed so much mercury by eating these fish that you put, the EPA, sorry, I'm rambling, EPA, the Bush administration, so you know this is like serious, said that 1 out of 6 women have too much mercury in their system to safely give birth to a child without the possibility of neurological damage. Boom, that's not airy-fairy, tree-hugging, fish-hugging kind of information. That's you, that's your baby. This is all very, very real. So you can talk about public health by dealing with what's happening in the oceans. You can talk about our national security. You can talk about energy, because the oceans can't absorb the amount of carbon dioxide that we're putting up in the air by burning these fuels. Historically they absorb it all and put the oxygen back. They can't do it anymore without changing the pH balance. So we're now acidifying our oceans, which means the little teeny critters at the bottom of the food chain that use calcium to make their shells can't form because the oceans are too acidic. So you're starting to wipe out the bottom of the food chain, the coral reefs, the little pteropods. At the same time, you're overfishing the top of the food chain. Then you really do have the possibility of collapsing the world's fisheries. So there isn't a conversation. So drill, baby, drill. No, wrong. Don't do that. That's a bogus argument. You can talk about national security. You don't want to keep sending troops over to protect that source that is doing all the wrong things when we burn it. So it's a great conversation. I love our organization. We get things done in a very adult way. And I really encourage you to go to oceana.org. You all are activists, but spread the word that if people in their busy lives can't take on all the problems, but they are concerned about oceans, I'm pitching Oceana. There are other organizations that are brilliant out there. This is the one I know, because I'm part of it. Go to oceana.org. Find out how to become a wave maker. You click here and here and here. It takes you a couple of minutes, and now you're a wave maker. You haven't had to pay anything. You should. And then all of a sudden, when something big comes along, Oceana needs to say, no, actually the world does care about this. You will get this email. Bam, 60,000 emails flood, and you've done something with 5 minutes of your day that will make a difference to the world.